Okay, this week guys we're going to look at the close guard, but we're going to look at the top position. So we're stuck in the close guard and we need to get out. It can be very hard sometimes to get out, especially if somebody has a very good close guard. So we'll go through a few options and maybe we'll discuss the pros and cons on it. So let's say we're stuck in the close guard. One of the options you can do is try and stand up, okay? So we're going to look at a basic way to do this, which I did a lot, still do a lot. So we're going to try to get a grip on both gis. Why do we do that? If I get one gi, it can slide to the outside. But if I can get both gis, it doesn't slide either way, okay? So it's always good if there's a gi to connect both gis, turn and get a grip like that. Then I'm going to frame my arm. Why do I do that? If he's wanting to try to pull me into me, it's harder. And if he wants to go up towards me, I'm also preventing that, okay? So if I have the grip here, the next step will be this arm trying to control his sleeve here, okay? So this is the grip battle. Of course, he's going to try and break this, break that. So we have to keep doing the grip fighting. If you manage to get a grip and you get a lead in the grip fight, then you're good to go. So if I can get the sleeve, I will try to punch towards his chest, and then from here I will try to get up. So I will start with my leg on this side since I'm controlling this arm. If I would go on the other side here, first thing he does is underhook my leg, and I'm only yet on one leg, so it's hard to get up from here. So that's why if you control this arm, it's easier to stand with this one first, okay? Once I have this one up, the second leg comes in. I have like a squat deadlift-ish position here. I'm going to let go of the collar here, but I'm going to control the sleeve. So from here, important, you use your legs and your butt, your glutes, to extend and try to go all the way up, okay? I like to keep my feet on the outside and not like a chair behind here. It might put some pressure, putting the legs narrow behind his butt, but there's a downside to it where he can attack a sweep and trap my legs. So I like to stay like with a wider stance. Then, just for explaining the video, I'm not doing the move completely straight away correct, but I want to extend fully. Sometimes you already feel the guard opening. Great, that's perfect. Then you're good to go. You can push with your free hand on the knee. Then from here I can see what I want to do. Maybe I want to step out like this, try and pass the guard. Let's look at it again. So let's say somebody has long legs, very strong guard. He doesn't open straight away. So I get the grip first here, frame, get the second grip here on the arm, punch the arm on top of his belly here. Then I'm going to go 1, 2, let go and stand. So he's strong, he's keeping tight. Then I put my elbow on the inside, because of course he wants to pull me down. And if I have an extra frame here against his leg, it's harder to pull me down. But if I'm here, it's easier to pull me down. So I'm going to bring my elbow on the inside. This hand I have free, so this hand I'm going to be pushing on the knee here. Go on the top and on the inside a little. So you can shake, you can like shake with your body like this, and I can push at the same time. So that's what I'm trying to do. Then walk back with your legs, so it's not going to grab your ankle straight away, sweep you or whatever. So I walk back, so I cannot too easily grab my legs, but of course depending on what pass you want to do, you look for the positioning. So if you like more of the Toreando style, you go all the way back, you can pass. Okay, but if you like to pass more with pressure closer, then maybe you want to stay behind the knee here and then go here, try to catch the cross face, step back and try and pass like that. So there's several options, but the main thing for the video today is to open the guard. So I want to show you a detail on how to stand. So I'm going to turn around now so you can see my legs. So if we're here and I have the grips and I'm going to stand, I control this side arm. So I'm going to start with this leg. Look what I do. I'm going to make like a twisting motion. So when I stand, I'm going to turn to my left. So my knee and my foot is pointing that way. My other leg, I'm turning the other direction. And then from here, it's easier to stand. Because now it's easier for me to drive up. And then I turn back into him. So, boom, turn back into him. Now let go of the collar. Make the deadlift. Elbow inside his leg. And now I start pushing and shaking him off. Then from here you can decide what you want to do. Okay, one more time. So you're in the guard, you're making posture. If you want to stand up, get both sleeves, frame, get a grip, punch on the belly. I twist back, stand up, elbow inside of the leg, walk back, push on the knee, shake, and you get here. If you like going outside, fast passes, go all the way back. And if you like to put more pressure, stay close, catch the cross face, and try and pass like this, for example. This time we're looking at a different approach, so we're not going to stand, we're going to stack. The good thing about that is that I don't need to be worried about open guards. If I stack him and you get past the guard, usually straight away you have a good position. So what we're going to do is we're going to stay low, and I'm going to try and get like an underhook. So sometimes people even like to get the overhook, because if you don't really know what you're doing, then it could be a good opportunity for them to build chokes or triangles. But if you're going to stack straight away, it's going to be hard. So I want to give him less options by stacking him. So if I have the underhook, I can get a collar grip here. I like to get the grip on the collar. Then I'm going to start by controlling the bicep here. I put my head underneath his chin and I start walking into him. I start walking to the side here, and as soon as I get to the side far enough, I'll swing my arm over his head, push his elbow down, and walk all the way to this side. So my head can be on the floor. I keep the gi, and I keep control of his head here. So I want to be heavy on my left hip here. So I put my left hip down, and I bring my right knee on the outside of his hip. So I try to block the hip like this. Then sometimes you can feel the guard opening, like just happened. Then from here, you try to catch the leg. Okay, then slowly you work your way where you have the leg here in front of you. Okay, and then if you just want to pass the guard, let it slide past you and you pass the leg, so you have a side control. So let's change the angle. So from here, we're gonna go low. Then I find my underhook here, I get the gi, I walk into him on my toes. I use my head to drive into him, which is very annoying. I put the hand on the bicep, try to push it in, and I walk to this side. Then I swing my arm over, I try to go behind his, on the side of his hip, put my hip down, and I look up to my right side, so my left side gets heavy. Then I can try and put pressure, try to open the guard, and if it's not really opening, can you still close? If it's not really opening, I can put my head on the ground, and I can start looking for opening here with my arm. Okay, but if you keep the pressure, usually he's getting uncomfortable, and he's going to usually try and do something, try to sweep you, so he's going to open the guard. So, keep the pressure, try and you can get his leg, slide past the legs, control. Okay, let's do one more time, different angle. So again, we're here, I'm staying down, I get the underhook, or maybe even he manages to get the overhook. So if he catches me in the overhook, I'm kind of stuck, so it's hard to get out. But if you know this pass, it's a good opportunity to go and try this pass when he catches the overhook. So get the gi, get your head low, start driving with your chin and on your toes, making a tripod. This arm is going to try and control his bicep and punch his arm in. So on his head, on my toes, driving into him, walking to the side. Try to go all the way. Put your weight on your left and put your right knee, in this case, on the outside of his hip. Pushing his head down, keeping the underhook. You can put your head on the mat. Then from here, stay heavy. Use your weight. You can drive your hip down. You feel it when the guard opens. Catch the leg. Then keep the pressure with the hip. And then you can pass the guard. Okay, another option how to open the closed guard. This one is a little bit in between. I'm not really stacking him, but I'm not completely standing up. What I like to do, let's go on the side. What I like to do is I like to prevent him from getting too much going by getting the collar and punching down underneath his armpits, extending my arms and walking back a little bit like this. So if I do this, it gets a little bit harder for him to control my arms, pull them across, choke me, things like that. Okay, so this gives me the opportunity to try and stand. So if you have small legs, then sometimes you can bring your leg in the middle, so then you could like walk up with your knee in the middle and open the guard like this. I don't really like that. I have long legs and this is a small guy. I'm having a hard time. So what I'm doing is a little different. I keep the grips, extend the arms, walk back. Then I lean into my arms and I start making a squatting position here. My knees outside. Now from here I'm quite stable. Now I'm gonna go to the hip here on the pants and then I'm gonna push open. Then from here we can start passing. Yeah, you can do whatever you like. Maybe go horizontal again. Different angle, like this. All right, again. So you're in the guard. You're not a big fan of standing up completely. Maybe you don't like stack passing. This is maybe an option for you. So get the collars in the armpits here. Punch down. Make a good extension in your arms. Walk back like this. So now it's hard for him to pull anything off. He needs these grips of my arms out, or he needs my arms bent to get something going. So of course you won't stay here for ages. Once I have my grips, my arms are extended, I walk back, I'm gonna stand. So it's easy from here to just hop up. So you can boom, jump up if you like, or you can just go 1, 2. Okay, you have like a squat position. Now go to the pants and open with your elbows. Okay, you could even from here start straight away looking for a pass like this. Or you can go to the Toriando, for example, and start passing from here. One more time. So close guard, get the gi underneath the armpit, extend your arms, walk back, get up, squat, get the grip, use your elbows to open, and from here decide your next move, how to pass. Okay, so in this video we had a look at some options how to open the closed guard. It can be very tough in the beginning to open the closed guard, especially when somebody has a very strong game in the closed guard. There's people that say, yeah, you need to stand up. There's people that say different things like, you know, don't stand up, stack. I think that it's good to know different ways how to approach opening the closed guard. Each has an advantage and a disadvantage perhaps. For example, if you open up the guard by standing up completely, you always give your opponent the opportunity to play open guard. And in the case that he has a very good De La Riva or whatever, then maybe that might not be the best approach. But at the same time, if you're behind on points in the tournament, for example, and you need to get things going, it might be a fast way to get out of the close guard. Because if you're stuck in close guard and you're behind on points, you're not going to win the match. So in that sense, standing up might be the right way to go. But maybe it's the other way around. Maybe you're leading on points. Why stand up from the guard if your opponent maybe has a very good open guard and he sweeps you back, and then you lose the match because of that. So if you're leading on points, maybe stack passing is a better option, because you can take more time, you can put a lot of pressure on your opponent, you can make him want to open the guard up, and then when the time is right, you finish the pass. So just think about that, and in conclusion, I think it's just good to have more than one option. Okay, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the video. It was